text saying, like, where are they? I have no text messages, no phone call. You didn't tell me. You did not communicate whatsoever. You're going to be gone all fucking night. And I didn't want to hear it, dude, like, at all. I was like, I don't want to hear your bullshit. And I tried to tell her, I was like, you looked right at me in your driveway. She tried to say that didn't happen either. She's like, this is what I'm talking about. So, two things. She's like, I never told you that I wasn't going to be gone long. That's her thing. And I didn't see you. How did you not? I'm like, how the fuck? You were looking right at me. My car's on. My car's loud, too. And you're telling me you couldn't see me? That's horseshit. Because of where the driveway is to the window and where she was looking out of, it's impossible not to have seen a vehicle with its headlights on in your driveway. Unless you were intoxicated, which she denies that too. Which, fine, I can't prove that, so whatever. I'm not going to try to, like, say, yeah, you were drinking. But, you know, like, she put that nail in that coffin for me last night with that behavior, the combinations of all those behaviors. I fucking put the sledgehammer to it today, man.
Yeah,
you know, especially.
I gotta say, man, I kind of side with her on this one.
You're kidding me.
I'm messing with you. So, no.
Now's not the time to joke like that, dude. I mean, I'm doing way better now, like, because I just need to get off, dude. I just need to, like, fucking yell it. I hate to say it like that, but obviously I've been pacing around for hours trying to figure out what I'm going to say to her in terms of what she's going to say, especially if she tries to do what I figured she was going to do, which is, what's the problem? I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, if you're going to come at me like that, like, there's no way I can be able to hold back. Like, I tried to premeditate, like, try to hear her, be calm. But to me, I was like, there's nothing to hear you out on. And so, real quick, before you get into it, I know you got to go for Matt. You can tell me later. So, when she tried to say she sent me text messages that I never got, I reset my phone many times last night, by the way, because my phone can tend to have problems, but if I reset it, then, you know, it fixes that. So I did get 2 text messages from her today at 3:30. My phone's never done that. It's never taken to the next day. So I don't even know if this is real. Honestly, I kind of feel like she just sent them now to kind of, like, you know, say, look, I did. Even so, even if she did send those text messages, there are 2 things. All they say is, what are you guys doing, referring to me and the dogs, and I'm on my way home. Neither one of those says I'm going to be out longer. I'm not going to be home till this time. Are you know what I mean? None of those messages communicate that. So, like, if we were to talk again, and you know, because man, I fucking went off her, dude. You know, I can't believe I didn't call her a bitch, because she's a bitch to me right now. And that's why when I role played this, I probably said bitch like 50 times. But thankfully, again, I've done better with that. I didn't call her that, even though she's a straight up bitch to me for doing that, and A, to think she did nothing wrong. You know, I was like, that's how an asshole and a bitch thinks. Like, you know, that's just selfish to me. Completely selfish, inconsiderate, like, disrespectful, like, and for you to think it's not, that's. But anyways, I didn't say that to her, but man, it was a fucking firestorm. And she's like, well, I'm not getting anywhere. I'm like, no, you're not, because it's all, like, you don't have a good reason. You just don't. Unless you got hurt or someone fucking died, you just don't have a good reason to fucking be like that, to not communicate to me, to not, you know, to basically, like, disrespect me and my time. You know what I mean? Like, and even if those text messages, even if that doesn't, like, put you in the clear. That doesn't, like, you know, validate you staying out like that and not letting me know. I mean, that should have been, like, just a straight up hands down. Do you mind staying here while I go out with my friend and I probably won't be home till late. Like, I'm talking, like, past minute. That it should have been a clear. Or if even, like, I won't be home till 10, but you realize 10 has gone and passed, or it's approaching 10, and you can see you're not gonna leave yet, that you fucking call and tell me. let me know so I know there's a change of plan. But Hannah doesn't do this. She never does this. It's always just, like, if she's with someone else, you know, and that's not saying me. When she's with me, she has no problems fucking texting on her phone, answering phone calls. Because it's another thing we talk about, that we argue about. I'll try to tell her something, have like a serious conversation, and she'll fucking just pick up her phone and start texting. I told her, I was like, that is rude as fucking shit. You make it look like you're not listening to me at all, and that I'm like boring you, that whatever I'm saying you don't really give a fuck. You know, that's horseshit. Stay off your fucking phone until I'm done. I mean, if I'm just talking about bullshit, then fine. I guess, I mean, even that, don't do it too much. It's just plain rude. You know what I mean?
It's funny you were saying that. It's funny as you were saying that. It's funny as you were saying that. I just chuckled myself and picked up my phone.
Well, honestly, dude, you. I notice.
They'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On 2nd down, Hitchcock. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he will find his man on the outside. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Smith, his first carry. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Falcons. Ito Smith, an 80-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On first down, it's Rosen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Rosen on 1st and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Check, 43. Let him know.
They'll run on first down. Hitchcock, and he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down. We'll look now at our starting defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Rosen. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Ito Smith heading back out with the rest of his offensive crew. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite. Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jared Davis. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Under a minute to go, clock running in a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Throwing again on 2nd down. Throws it. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A first down carry for Smith. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On second down now, it's Smith, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On first down, it's Smith. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll run on first down. Smith. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And down inside the 15 he goes. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Looking to throw. Costa flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we've got a tie game here, a back-and-forth first half. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive summit.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
From the 31, Rosen. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Atlanta now coming out on the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costa, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Well, the pressure gets to him again. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. And out come the Dolphins now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Rosen on first down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Another try after the first down sack. Rosen looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And now it's Rosen looking. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Rosen. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And finally taken down at the 26-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They keep it with Smith on first down. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. So we've hit the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll run it again with Smith. will go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Now, the good thing for you, partner, is you're not as old as I am, okay?
True.
So back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, the right side of an offensive line was almost always your power side. Your bigger, stronger, physical guys. And on this play, they tossed it right and looked like it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, but that's not the case so much anymore, you're saying, with the bigger guys?
Not necessarily.
You find the best guys, plug them in on your O-line.
Right. As a general rule now, you're a lot more balanced on your offensive line. It might still lean towards your best pass blocker on the left side.
Sure.
But not necessarily all the time.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Smith trying to run for it. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Ito Smith. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it here with Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4 down territory, even if they don't get it, though. to throw. Costa flush to his right. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play. And the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hitchcock. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. On 3rd down, Rosen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Off play action. Costa nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Looking to throw. Costa. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Rosen. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. To throw is Rosen. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Sione Takitaki. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. To try again after the sack. Rosen looking for his running back, and he's got him. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Josh Oliver, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with an extra point. And nowadays in NFL football, you have to account for all the receivers, sure, but the tight end's such a weapon, and they prove it right there.
Oh, without a doubt. And we're seeing now the golden age of tight ends catching the football. I go back to Kellen Winslow. To me, he was a prototype of what we're seeing today. We're seeing it each and every week now.
He had a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Again, it's Smith, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Smith. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Smith. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. On 4th down, Costa. And no, it's incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game-tied fourth quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of times the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game fourth quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Rosen. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
So all eyes on the Falcons. Down by a field goal, and time, a huge factor. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. Man open, that's Robert Foster, complete. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. And they'll indeed take a knee. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Dolphins, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to